Train loading, the ancient holy war. Let's finally look at it properly. Yes, loaders make a massive difference here. Stations become cleaner, faster. But before we declare victory, let's do the responsible thing and actually examine the details. Here is a basic 140 mining outpost. It's predictable, it's cheap, and it works. And eventually, miners become faster, belts become saturated, train loading speed becomes the bottleneck. The inserters simply cannot keep up anymore. The first instinct? Swap the inserters for loaders and call it a day. Problem solved, right? Not exactly. To make loaders cooperate correctly with train wagons, the station suddenly starts looking like this. And now we can limit the chests, use more of them. The humble mining outpost becomes a logistics project already. But in the end, that loading rate is absurd. Visually, it looks like a complete victory for the loaders are overpowered crowd. But let's be fair, engineers, and look at the bigger picture. First, physical footprint. The inserter version is compact. The loader version? Larger overall layout and more splitters. And if biters are enabled, that also means a larger defensive perimeter, and also more opportunities for cliffs and lakes to ruin your day. And then there is the material cost. A normal inserter station uses around 32 inserters. You can practically craft those while walking around the factory, holding a fish. But this loader station, around 24 to 32 loaders. And if you want this thing fast, those loaders need to be red or faster. 24 or 32 fast loaders for a single outpost. Remember I've told you about unexpected discoveries? This is just a first step. Because now you have to ask a very uncomfortable question. At what stage of the game can your factory realistically afford mass producing of the fast loaders for every mining outpost on the map? Still sounds like a cheap cheat code? In early game, it's hard to support this kind of luxury, and that is exactly why I love this mechanic. It does not bypass progression. It reinforces progression. I can be completely happy with inserters in early game, and eventually, I unlock the ability to pay the loader tax. Not for free throughput, for cleaner engineering. And personally, that feels like a very natural form of technological evolution. I suspect Woob Software thought about this too, while designing Space Age expansion. Because look at this recipe on Gleba. Exactly 60 nutrients per second, which just so happens to perfectly match the throughput of a turbo loader. Coincidence? Maybe. But it is a very suspicious coincidence. We will properly dive into Gleba later, and I bet it will be an interesting, unexpected journey, but even now, this looks intriguing to say the least. And before we continue, a quick trivial thing. This programmable speaker, here is its message. Again, it really helps. Drop a like if this was helpful. And now, as we continue, there is another hidden thing people rarely talk about: UPS and megabases. For megabase engineering, loaders introduce something potentially valuable: entity reduction. By replacing packs of inserter arms with a loader, you reduce the entity count of your stations. Fewer moving entities means fewer calculations, means healthier UPS. Now, as of May 2026, I have not yet pushed a truly massive Space Age megabase far enough to produce hard benchmark numbers. But the math is on our side. Fewer active entities usually means better simulation performance. And with all of this, we came to a point where the whole discussion starts becoming really serious. Now loaders give us extreme throughput, different station architecture, potential UPS advantages, high cost, more rigid layouts. To me, that sounds balanced. And if you think train loading already forces us to rethink our factory designs, wait until they come home to unload. Because that is where things become really surprising. The next setup uses 3 separate logistics tricks working together at once, and the result completely changes the layout and introduces a new balance question. My next video is just about it. Here it is. Click it and let's continue the holy war.